Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Super Cosmic. And in this video, I want to make my own wish list for the 2026 year on stuff that I wish to see happen in Marvel Future Fight, the changes that I would love to see, the gamers that I would love to see, the character design, not the character design, but like the character uniforms and all that kind of stuff. So all in all, I want to see all forms of quality of life and changes that are going to happen in 2026. And I want to share my own opinions on what are the stuff that I'm really looking forward to happen in next year. So, we're going to start off with the game modes. So, mission for the mission selection, which is basically story mode, the Dimension mission, multiple saga, dispatch, epic quest. I would love to see some changes for story mode and multiverse saga. I think story mode hasn't been updated in years now. It's been a while since it got updated. I think it became extremely repetitive, and the rewards, the amount of time that you spend on story mode to get the rewards is almost not justified because you're wasting so much resources for RNG based, well, not resources, but like so much energy and time. By the way, I have 29,000 energy, so I could play this all day. No, seriously, you're wasting so much energy and time on RNG rewards. The rewards in here are not really guaranteed as often, and they're very RNG based. And this game hasn't been updated at all. I think instead of like adding too many dispatch sections around here, maybe they could add new story modes every update. Maybe new story modes that's gonna happen every single update here and there. Not every single update necessarily, but like every then and now we can get a new story mode content because story mode hasn't been updated in a while. Okay, and also I would love them to add a mechanic in story mode which we already had in 2020, but they got it off from the game. They removed it. Basically in 2020 during the January update, which is basically, it's about to happen in like 45 minutes from this video or from this recording. um, we had mechanic characters that can change their skills. Back in the day, the three main characters that were used in story mode were actually kept surprisingly Captain America, right? Black Widow, and Iron Man, and all three of them got these 30.99 uniforms back in the day. We all got them for free, by the way. We did not pay anything for them. We got these uniforms for free. All these 30.99, you can see over here 30.99. They're all free uniforms. We didn't spend anything on them. We just got them for free, and the reason why we got them for free is because their skills, we could have changed them. We can change the animation of the skills. We can change the effect of the skills. We can change what we need from these skills, etc., etc. I think they should bring that mechanic back because back in the day, Captain America and Iron Man were extremely fun with all these mechanic changes that they gave us. Um, but they removed it for some reason. I don't understand. I really don't get what was the reason for removing all that. I don't get what was the motive behind taking all that fun away. Um, but even though the rewards are a lot better right now, in story mode, it's just that the problem is not really fun. It's boring. It's almost time consuming and energy consuming. And I think they should really rework that a little bit. I think they should rework story mode because story mode has been left in the dust for years. I haven't played this game mode in a while right now. I think story mode should be reworked to become a more fun, engaging game mode instead of just like, well, you just go in, tap ultimates, put it on autoplay, wherever, and let it run through your games one by one. And hopefully, if you're lucky, you can get the good rewards from it. If you don't get the good rewards, well, good luck to you, man. Like it was just not fun, Like it wasn't really fun at all. The rewards in here, they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're very good. The rewards are actually insanely good. Like you can see the craft chest over here. You can get CTPs. You can get Odin's Blessing. You can get premium cards in here as well. The Marvel Zombies, and the Ghost Rider premium card are in here as well. But like the chances of you getting these rewards were extremely low. Like the CTPs and premium cards. Most of the times you're gonna get this random Uru, or I don't know, a random ISO, or a random Essence of Dimension with a component pack. It was so RNG based. It was just not fair. It was not fair. It was not fun. You did so much, even though they reworked it. Even though they reworked it so that now they all cost the same currency, I believe. It's just not fun. It's really not fun. I'm sorry, it really is not fun. They should rework story mode into a more engaging, more compelling, more rewarding game mode instead of just locking it behind RNG. Alright? The next thing that I wanted to rework is Multiverse Saga. Multiverse Saga hasn't been touched since that Fantastic Four update. The Fantastic Four update, that update was the absolute flop. Literally, every single one of them was dog shit. Except for maybe Human Torch and Invis during that update. Alright, Invisible Woman was just being, Invisible Woman, and that's it. Like, she's a good support for PvP, she has decent damage. The Thing has, like, absolutely no business in this game. Like, he doesn't even exist. They could have done great things with the Thing. They could have made the Thing, a PvP support like Colossus. But they didn't. They just kept him blocked behind Fantastic Four. And I understand they're trying to make it themed teams. I understand that. It's just that I think it's a lot better if they, make these characters useful in so many ways, even outside of their theme teams, right? Their team up is decent, alright? Valeria and what's his name, Franklin Richards are good supports for the Fantastic Four. I think Franklin should definitely get a new uniform in the Tier 4, considering just how powerful he really is. Just saying. Alright? Yeah, I think Multiverse Saga needs an update. I think it needs to have like a new, fully reworked update. Multiverse Saga. A lot of people complain about it. It costs a lot of efforts. It did cost money to some people. Some people spent money on it. I did not. I just spent the crystals and I got Franklin for free. Well, not for free, but like 5,500 crystals. I think that's what it costs. 5,500 crystals, maybe 4,400. I don't recall. Yeah, I spent crystals to get the Multiverse Saga Franklin Richards as well. Yeah, these two game modes, story mode and Multiverse Saga, needs a huge revamp. Dimension Mission, Dispatch Mission, and Epic Quest, I think they're fine. I think this latest Epic Quest is not well received. Okay, that doesn't mean that the Epic Quests are garbage. Epic Quests are fun. The Madeline Pryor had a lot of backlash. The Eternals kind of had some backlash. Dark Avengers was great. Galactic Imperative was great. The First Family was great. The Rise of X-Men and the Deadpool were also great. So like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 great Epic Quests. But then, and the Doctor Strange Epic Quest was good. But you take a look at this, and this is not well received. Many people really didn't like this update at all. The Olympians update, a lot of people rejected it. A lot of people complained about it. This one was too expensive. Okay, it was too expensive. 7,700 crystals for Madeline, who was meta for like a short period of time, and then she got dethroned. Like, you get what I'm going with this, right? You get what I'm going with this. And the Eternals surprisingly were very good. They were meta for a long, not a long time, but like a decent time. All right, Makari was great. She was like an AVX meta, and so well with Thena. Icarus, Cersei, and Gilgamesh are absolute meta in PvP. Well, it's mostly Gilgamesh and Cersei. Icarus was like kind of irrelevant, but like he's there, he has some PvP value, they left him there. And Kingo was just irrelevant. Kingo had like absolutely no business in any of this. Kingo was just another awakened character, has a damage, and that's it. He was just a DPS character. Has absolutely nothing to deal with any of them, unfortunately. Yeah. Now the challenge mode, which is basically World War, Shadowland, Dimension Rifts, and Zombie Survival, I think they already confirmed they're gonna rework Shadowland. So I'm really hoping to see some very good changes. Maybe they should reduce the uptime of these fights, right? They reduce it. It's such a costly thing. Like, it takes so much time to just keep climbing and climbing and climbing. Like, even if you keep climbing all the way in. And you collect all these tokens and all that kind of stuff, it's still RNG based in a way, right? Like the CTP chest is the only thing good about it. The Souls of the Faltine, nobody's gonna spend that much effort for 2,500 coins just to get Souls of the Faltine. I'm sorry, you can literally do a lot less effort in Marvel Zombies and zombie survival, and you gain 300 souls of the Palatine instead of 200. Same goes with Otherworld Battle. You can do a lot less time on Otherworld Battle than Shadowland, and you will gain 300 souls of the Palatine. So like the dimension chest for the CTP hasn't been. I mean, it kind of was updated. They have conquest and they have liberation, but competition is not there yet. We'll come back to CTPs in a moment. So yeah, I think Shadowland should get like a rework as well. They're already released. They're gonna rework it. So I really hope that the higher you climb, the more rewarding you should feel like. But in this sense, in this context of Shadowland, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Legendary Battle. Honestly, I haven't played this game in a while. I didn't even finish the Marvel's Legendary Battle. I finished all of these ones, all of them. I completed them, all of them. Some of them I actually got the Extreme Pack. I got the Extreme Pack unlocked. I think I have the Extreme Pack for Captain Marvel as well. I think I do. Yeah, I do. I do. I don't have the Extreme Pack for Thor. I do have the for Shang-Chi. I have for Spider-Man. I have Endgame. I have Captain Marvel, Ant-Man the Wasp as well. Endgame, I don't. Infinity War, I don't have that. Black Panther, I don't have that. And yeah, I think this is a really cool content, really cool game mode that it has a lot of potential that can be used in many different ways. Unfortunately, the rewards in it are just not justifiable because if you take a look at this one, for instance, right? I have the Thor chest reward at Mythic, which is like the highest level, and the rewards are just not satisfying. Like you get 3-star rewards, you get some random bio, some gold, and some clear kit, division degrees, and clear tickets. Like you get what I mean? It was just not. It's just not fun. It's just not fun. It's not fun. It's not rewarding as often. And I think Legendary Battle needs to be either completely reworked, right, and make it like an actual interesting theme because the boss fight in it. Maybe they can take the concept of the war boss and they can apply it to Legendary Battle so that we can fight an actual war boss in there and we can gain reward from it too. Or we can just leave it over there and nobody plays it because I haven't finished the whatchamacallit, the Marvels. And this movie came out in like what? Um, Last year? Did it come out last year? No, it came the year before. Maybe I don't fucking remember. I don't remember at all. I think it came out in 2023. I think so. Yeah, I think it came out in 2023. And yeah, nobody plays this. Nobody plays this game mode. Absolutely no one. I haven't seen anyone bragging about this game mode being really good, being this and that. I don't like nobody plays it. Just nobody. Nobody plays this game mode. It's so boring. It has almost no sense of reason to play because the rewards in it aren't just that great, and it's such a time-consuming game mode, so nobody plays it. Right? I think Legendary Battle either needs to be reworked, or they should just get rid of it and pass the rewards to another game mode that is more engaging and save people a lot more time and make people engage a lot more, right? So these are my two complaints. I think the War Boss is good. I think the only problem with War Boss, and they've already addressed that in the dev letter, was that it became too repetitive, and a lot of people really do not like the fighting patterns because the fighting patterns keep happening over and over and over again, and it just keeps stalling the games, and the games just become longer, and it becomes boring. Like I understand the higher you go, the more difficult the boss should be. Absolutely, 100%. I agree with that. I just do not agree that it has to be extremely repetitive. That they fight the same way every time. It's so repetitive and the pattern is also repetitive, so you end up wasting so much time. So I think World Boss is in good position. I think it just needs some little bit of quality of life changes, some tweaking here and there to make it a lot more accessible to players and make it more fun and more engaging. Because if I'm gonna have to fight a boss and the boss just goes into an iframe for 15 seconds, then come out, then doesn't attack, and I have to avoid, then goes back to another iframe for 15 seconds. I just wasted 30 seconds doing nothing, just running around for my life. So it doesn't feel engaging. It doesn't feel like I'm fighting back with them. It just feels like they're just stuck in that loop of iframe, 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 iframe. So I think War Boss needs some level of tweaking and some. War Boss is good, but it just needs some quality of life changes that I would say. Legendary Battle definitely needs to be changed. needs to be reworked or just removed from the game, pass the rules to other games. Dimension Rift. I think Dimension Rift is a little bit time consuming. 30 minutes for Dimension Rift, I think is a little too much. Maybe they could just reduce the timer to like 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and get the rewards. Condense the rewards, condense all of these rewards in a short amount of time, so that people can just log in, engage, play the game, have some fun, and then log off. Right? So if it should feel like a little bit more engaging instead of just time consuming. You have to wait for 30 minutes. You have to wait for 30 minutes. Just putting the character on autoplay and let them run. And if the inventory is full, then you have to exit, and you just wasted a lot of time just by exiting and time to delete some stuff. You get what I mean? So I think Dimension Rift should have like its uptime reduced. Instead of 30 minutes, make it 20 minutes or even 15 minutes if they wish to go that far. Now, as that's for the challenge mode. The zombie survival is great, by the way. Shadowland needs to be reworked. Well, they already said they're gonna rework. Warboss is great. Dimension Rift is great. Legendary Battle is the one that I'm very itchy about. Next up is the arena. We have Timeline Battle, Otherworld Battle, Team Battle Arena, Alliance Battle, and Alliance Conquest. All of these game modes are fun except for one game mode. Timeline Battle. Timeline Battle is a very controversial game mode because it has so much potential, but it's the problem with it. The problem with Timeline Battle is the fact that you end up using the same characters over and over again, right? So you have like 5 daily entries. You have 5 daily entries, and you have to use the same character over and over again. But the enemy team is also using the same characters as you, so like you're just going against the same team that you have. It's a mirror match. It's literally just a mirror match for 5 rounds. I don't think it was a good idea to make it 5 entries. Here's what I would say. Here's my suggestion. Hopefully the developers can take this suggestion and maybe implement it and make it accessible. I think they should just make it unlimited entries in Timeline Battle, but they should make limited entries for character usage. That way, I don't have to keep using the same character over and over again and running against the same dude who has the same team like I do. Listen. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with PvP characters in general. Okay, here's the problem with PvP characters. Hear me out. So we have Null PvP, we have Sentry PvP, we have Adam Warlock PvP, we have Quicksilver PvP, Silver Surfer PvP, Thanos PvP, Apocalypse is PvP, Jean has some PvP potential, but it's no longer valid anymore. Wolverine is PvP, Deadpool is PvP, Magic is PvP. Who else? Carnage is also PvP. Hulk is PvP. You know, he's designed to be a PvP character, but they turned him to a PvE with this uniform. Who else? Spider-Man is PvP. Let's see. Mephisto has some PvP potential. Doctor Doom is PvP. Silver Surfer Shalabal is PvP. Balan is PvP. But out of all these PvP characters that I listed right now, none of them are used except for these two. I could swap off Adam Warlock, right, and put somebody else in it. It's not gonna change a thing because the main heavy hitters, at least, is just Sentry and Null. So I'm just building Sentry and Null to drop them in PvP and autoplay for 5 daily entries. Whereas all of these PvP characters that are right around here are not used. Here's also a big problem with PvP. The reason why a lot of these PvP characters are not really used in Timeline Battle is because Sentry and Null are just dominating the game mode. It's literally just Sentry and Null. Remember when Doctor Doom got his tier 4? Right, with this God Emperor Doom? Right, so Doctor Doom was capable of like 1v1ing a lot of PvP characters, but when he was put hands to toe with Sentry, he would fold. And like it was no concept. Like he would just go 1v1 with Silver Surfer. You could go 1v1 with Adam Warlock. You could go 1v1 with Wolverine. He could. It's just that nobody runs these teams because everybody's just running Sentry and Null. I'm not saying they should nerf Sentry. God forbid. No. What I'm saying is they should limit the usage of these characters, right? So an idea for timeline battle would be, we're gonna make unlimited entries, right? For timeline battle, unlimited entries, but you can use the Sentry 5 times a day, and that's it. You can use Null only 5 times a day. You can use Adam Warlock only 5 times a day. You can use Quicksilver only 5 times a day, and that creates this variety of us. The incentive of us using multiple PvP characters, because we have so many PvP characters around here that are just trophies, right? They're just trophies around here, and the only place that I can confidently use them is Alliance Conquest. Alright? I'm not talking about Otherworld Battle. Otherworld Battle is the only reason why I would use the other PvP characters is because of a debuff, because of a penalty. That doesn't mean that they're meta. Okay, just let me be clear. Okay? So I think this notion that timeline battle, everybody's just running Sentry Null, Sentry Null, Sentry Null, Sentry Null, Sentry Null, is kind of... I like Sentry. I like using Sentry. He's my favorite character in Marvel Comics. But it gets so jarring and boring that I have to see this dude every single game. Every single game that I'm using any PvP character, he's there. He's just there waiting for my character to get folded. Like, it's literally boring. They should really rework timeline battle. Also, the rewards in it are so trash till this day. They need to rework their rewards. The rewards are not that great. Alright, I'm in Vibranium. I'm not engaging too deep in Vibranium as much, but when I do engage a lot, and I start racking up points every single day, by the end of the week, I'm only averaging around 440 crystals. And if we do the math, 440 crystals for a whole month, which is 4 weeks a month, that's 880 crystals. Is it? No, my bad. No. I multiplied it by twice 9. 440 crystals, that is 1,600, 1,600, yeah, 1,600. That's 1,760. Yeah, 1,760 by a whole month, for a whole month. 1,760. Yeah, 800, that's 1,760. Yeah. It's so no, I wouldn't say time consuming. It's not time consuming. It's just that it's so repetitive. I'm simply using Sentry every single game, and Null every single game. To the point where all the other investments that I've done for other PvP characters is just not worth it anymore, right? So I think that it's really not that fun for me to just play timeline battle. If I try really hard, I get 440 crystals by the end of the week, which is 1,760 crystals by the end of the month, right? Like, I have to spend a whole month just to get 1,760 crystals if I put some efforts. And that's only for me to get one uniform. Just one. One uniform that is on discounts. Like, it's not fun. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just not fun for me to just keep using Sentry Null every single game. 5 times a day, every single day. Like, these two have literally been my team comp for timeline battle ever since Sentry got this uniform, right? And also when he had this red uniform, I was still running this team comp, Sentry Null, and I was placing Agent Venom instead of Adam Warlock. But I put Adam Warlock, sometimes Wolverine, sometimes Silver Surfer. I keep switching depending on who's banned, because Wolverine and Silver Surfer this week are banned in Vibranium. So, yeah. The timeline battle definitely needs to be reworked. Yeah, man, like, I really want to use Spider-Man in PvP. I want to use Carnage in PvP. I want to use Magic in PvP. I want to use Deadpool in PvP. I like Deadpool. I want to use him in PvP, but I can't. Because if I put this dude in my team comp, right, he's going to get destroyed. Like, deadass, he's going to get destroyed. Like, he's literally going to get blinked. He has, like, immortality. He has a crazy healing, right? He has 25% damage reduction. he has this 5% recovery max HP. He has a pseudo revive ability, 65 HP when his HP goes below 35%. His uniform effect gives him guaranteed dodge rate. He has a guaranteed dodge rate. He has a 30% HP increase, and all of these tanky effects that he has. If you put him on a hand 1v1 with Sentry, he would just get obliterated. Like literally, he will just get obliterated. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And I kid you not, man. I kid you not. I already had like a mighty CTP of Conquest on Deadpool, right? I had the uniform at Mythic. I gave him a heal Odin's Blessing. I gave him a lot of heal Odin's Blessing. Gave him a lot of HP, right? All of his skills are level 6. I have a tier 4. I have a level 6 type maxed out on his type enhancement. I have a stage 7 Protect the Captain. All of these tanky buffs. He's sitting at 143,000 HP. That gets multiplied by 2.8, I think, or 2.9 when he enters timeline battle. All of these tankiness. And he gets one shot. He gets blinked. He gets blinked by the Sentry. Sentry and Null. Both of them. You just go in, use the second skill. All the investment that you have done on a PvP character like Deadpool, gone like that. It's just not fun. It's just not fun. I'm sorry. I think they should rework timeline battle. I think it needs like an overhaul revamp, right? Instead of just making it 5 daily entries, I think they should just make it unlimited entries, right? And make it a limited character usage instead of limited entries, okay? So I don't have to run into a game mode where I have to use Sentry 5 times a day, and I see another dude just running Sentry. Right? And just also another thing that I would love to see in timeline battle, they should give us the option, like multiple options for us to select which one we want to fight. So I want to fight this guy, or I want to fight this guy, or I want to fight this guy. And how much points do I keep ranking up from each and every single one of them? Kind of similar to that of Team Battle Arena. Kind of similar to that of Team Battle Arena. If I like a search opponent, right? If I search opponent right here, I should get this. Either I want to fight this dude, or I want to fight this dude, or I want to fight this guy, or this guy. I want to select which one I want to choose, right? So I think that timeline battle definitely needs that sort of a rework, to be completely honest with you, because there's no incentive reason for anyone to build any PvP character in the game, right? When these two are walking around free, right? The only time where I get to use any of the other characters is when Sentry and Null both are banned, literally. That's like the only time I get to use any of them. So that's my complaint about the arena. Timeline battle needs a revamp. Otherworld battle is great. I think it's fantastic. I think the debuff change that they've done to Otherworld battle makes it a very interesting game mode. Makes it very entertaining. So that I don't have to use the same characters over and over again for a whole month. I can just use 5 characters this week, and then these characters are going to get debuffed. Then next week I'm going to switch my team comp. Then I'm going to use these characters here and there. The reason why I also like Otherworld Battle is because of team ups. Some team ups are actually very strong. Like the Symbiote team up is very strong. By the way, I can't think of any other team up that is really strong in Otherworld Battle except for the Symbiote team up. To be completely honest with you, nobody says anything about Fantastic Four. Please shut up, dude. Fantastic Four. Fuck these guys. Dog shit. None of them are good for PvP. None of them. Yeah, Symbiote team is the only one I can think of. Spider Sense team, but like Spider Sense, they're all like, most of them are just speed characters, and most of them are just gonna get hard countered by combat characters, you know? I think they should add a little bit more of team ups in game, maybe Gamma Radiation team ups. Gamma Radiation team up, the only one that we have is Hulk, Red She-Hulk, Abomination, and that's it. Red Hulk doesn't really count as often, but like Abomination is like the only one that gives all Gamma Radiation allies some damage increase and chain hit damage increase as well. Red She-Hulk gives all allies like 30% HP and 20% damage reduction, which is cool, great, I like it. But I think they should add more team-ups, you know, Squadron Supreme team-ups, Eternal team-ups. Eternal team-ups exist in the game, but like nobody uses the Eternals because, well, they're trash, so none of them are even good for PvP. Yeah, Symbiote team is the only one that is actually remotely useful, and I think they should really rework that. Speaking of team ups, there's a lot of team ups as well, like Defenders team up. Anybody remember back in 2021? Yeah, Luke Cage dominating PvP. Love those days. Yeah, Timeline Battle is like the only game mode that I would say that needs to be a complete rework in its rewards, character usage, and I won't say time consuming. It's just rewards and character usage. Oh, and the algorithm and how start pre-selection which opponent they want to fight. Right. So yeah, Alliance Battle. Absolutely love what they've done recently with these new restrictions. No longer just Luna Snow 5 days or 6 days a week. Thank God. Not like Luna Snow. Never built her. She's still at 2 stars. Never touching her. Never building her for ABX. Screw her. She can sit in the dust. She can collect all the dust. I don't care. Fuck Luna Snow. Please, I do not want to see another alliance battle where Luna Snow being used 5 times a day. It's just boring and lame. Everybody's putting a lot of effort on so many characters that cannot be used because Luna Snow just dominated. Screw that shit. Thank God for these new alliance battle changes that they've done for us. I think it's fun. I haven't played Alliance Battle in a while because of that bullshit, but now I play it a lot more often because of the new restrictions. So it's really, really fun. Team Battle Arena, absolutely amazing. Other World Battles, absolutely amazing. Now for the and also co-op. My bad. Co-op is also not co-op. I meant Alliance Conquest is also really fun. I really like the changes they've done. We're ranked 68, right? We're ranked 68, so it's really fun. I really like Alliance Conquest. Absolutely, I'm having a lot of laughs with my teammates in this game mode. So now we move to co-op. The Giant Boss Raid, they already confirmed they're gonna add the new Giant Boss Raid, right? They're gonna confirm they're gonna add a new Giant Boss Raid, and yeah. World events. Nobody plays world events. I'm sorry. No one touches world events. I think world event is just I like listen, when I go to a world event I just press ready, right? And I collect those 50 extra points from the feature pass and I'm gone. Literally, I'm gone. I'm not even playing world events. There's nothing about it that is rewarding my account in the long run. Not necessarily. Maybe the Asian badge. But like, how much do you get XPs in a day, right? Just from playing world events to level up your Asian badge. Not so much, right? Not so much. And it's also RNG based because most of the chests or the books that you can get are all just basic. You don't get purple as often. You don't get blue as often. You mostly just get the gray or sometimes the green. Right? So, and most of my agent level, which is 251 right now, my agent level 251, I got to level 251 not by playing World Event, I got to 251 by building my roster, by building my characters, my accounts. These characters, leveling them up, getting into tier 4, getting into level 80, getting into level 70, tier 3, awakening. That's how I got the agent level all the way to 251, not by playing World Event. So, World Event, I'm sorry, they should just take it off. They should take off World Event and should add a World Boss co-op, right? Where the World Boss in co-op is a lot harder than your usual World Boss. And you gotta use tier 4s. You can use tier 3 supports if you want, tier 3 or tier 4s as well. And it should have a lot more rewards than your average World Boss. Like more Carbonadium, more Life Seed, more, I don't know, Black Animator is not really that big of a deal because Black Animator you can get it anyways. You can get Black Animator for almost any game mode in more future fights. But it should have it should be a harder world boss that is more rewarding, more challenging, and more fun. Not repetitive, not the same dumb fighting patterns. Just fun, engaging game mode where people log in, play the game, fight the boss, get the rewards. Not an easy boss, but definitely a very, very hard version of the world boss, like a way harder version of a world boss. So I think they should do that in co-op. I think they should give us a world boss where we can fight them with our friends, kind of like giant boss raid, but make it a world boss. And instead of us just farming, just Swords of the Falcon only, make it tier 4 materials as well. Make it Carbonadium, make it Life Seed, make it that purple icon. That purple icon that you use for the what do you call it? For the 5th gear, for the elite gear. This one as well. Make it so that we can get some I don't know, crafting card cubes. right? Not just Souls of the Faltine and Carbonadium and Life Seed. I would love to have what you call it, Carbonadium and Life Seed in it as well. But the next giant boss raid should drop more Souls of the Faltine than the one Dormammu does. Okay, so that's my suggestion. I think they should really remove world events and switch it with a new world boss. Make it an actual co-op world boss. Yeah, that would be a lot more fun. That would definitely be a lot more fun. Co-op has always been one of the most entertaining parts about this game. Mainly because you actually play with other people against a boss that you want to fight. But the only boss that you're fighting, that you're having a lot of fun taking down, right? And you're playing with your friends, is giant boss raid. But every single game around here, you just play by yourself, with the exception of Alliance Conquest. Yeah, that's basically it for the game modes. As for the characters, they already said they're gonna add the new CTP slots so that we can have like 2 CTPs instead of 1. Um, hopefully that happens because like characters like Mephisto, honestly the best PvE character out there, but he has PvP potential so high that he can compete with somebody like Null and Sentry. He can compete with them if you give him a full PvP build. I already made a video about it. He can compete with them if you give him a full PvP build. And I think like characters like Mephisto, they're not a two-way one build character. They're like a two-way two build character, right? Kind of similar to that of cards, right? You know how we have like another deck of cards around here, right? So they should do that for also 1,000 crystals. By the way, it's kind of too much. Make it like 500 crystals for a card deck because we're already spending so much resources on just crafting the cards and making them full blue stars, right? So I'm just saying, I think they should reduce the cost for opening the deck in the card set. Instead of 1,000, make it maybe 500, maybe 400. Make it similar to this, for instance. Not 100, but like you get what I'm saying, like maybe 400 or 500 crystals, so that you can unlock the secondary card deck. You know, 1,000 is a little too much. I'm just saying. Yeah. Like Mephisto, for instance, is a perfect example. Very good for PvE and also very good for PvP, but he doesn't really perform in both game modes at the highest level because he struggles a lot with the CTP build. The CTP build really makes it very difficult for Mephisto to transition the performance from either PvE or PvP. So he's not like Sentry back in 2020 where you just slap a CTP of Rage on him and destroy everybody in PvP, and then you go to PvE content and destroy world bosses. It's not Sentry, unfortunately, but they already confirmed they're gonna give us like 2 CTP slots from the developer's team letter, so kind of similar to that of Cardin. And that's it for the game modes. Now for the characters that I wish to see, right? This is not in any particular order. Which one is number 1? Which one is number 2? Okay, this is not a particular order. These are the characters that I wish to see get a new uniform in a tier 4 next year. Alright? So, honorable mention is Colossus. I think Colossus is due time for him to get a tier 4 and a uniform. Okay? Because I'm sick and tired of just Colossus being a average, just a PvP support. Right? Just put him a PvP support and that's it. I think Colossus should just get out of this notion of him just being a PvP support and actually being a standalone character that can actually deal damage to enemies. Yeah, I think it should be. Kind of like, what's his name? Strife, right? Or Solid Ball, where they both can actually take out enemies in PvP. They can 1v1 enemies and beat them in PvP. They can't beat them. They can. So, I think Colossus should have that notion within him, where he's a PvP support. He has been a PvP support ever since he got this uniform, by the way. It's been almost like 6 years now. 6 years. So Yeah, ever since he got this uniform, he's always been a PvP support, and his value has always been up. Everybody's still using this guy in PvP. He's still very, very good. I think he should become a standalone PvP character that can actually beat characters in 1v1. Um, the other one I want is Sentinel. Sentinel can get like a Bastion uniform, make him a tier 4, give him a uniform as Bastion, and get him a tier 4, and become a full counter for mutants. Because look at this passive, brother. Look at this passive. It's not this one. It's actually this one, Mutant Suppressor. So he basically increases basic damage dealt to mutant characters by 90% and decreases basic damage received from mutant characters by 50%. He also has super armor and immunity to the greatest damage received for 6 seconds. They can make this dude, they can make him, right, a full counter to mutants for PvE and PvP. Say, for example, I want to play War Boss. I'm struggling with Jean Grey, right? Drop Bastion. Put Bastion and you put her on her knees. Say, I want to play PvP, but there's like, after the changes where everybody's just using multiple characters right now, there's Deadpool and Wolverine and what's his name? What's her name? Jean Grey, right? Because there's a lot of mutant PvP characters around here, right? Let's check out the PvP. Oh my god, I can't even check that one out. Oh my days. Oh my days. Now, where's the mutant section? So they have Apocalypse, they have Jean Grey in PvP, they have Wolverine in PvP, they have Dak in PvP, they have Magic, they have Deadpool in PvP. Now they have Madeline Pryor in PvP. There's so many mutant PvP characters out there, right? There's so many of them. Crazy, because Nimrod can just become a full counter to all those mutants in PvP. Genuinely. He can just deadass become a full counter to those mutants in PvP. He can become a counter to mutants in PvE and PvP. Like, he has so much range from that 4-star passive. So much range. On top of the fact that I think he has damage reduction or something around there. No, he has immunity and mind control. No, he doesn't have damage reduction. Maybe it's in his uniform effects. I think. Nah, he doesn't have that. So no, he already has. His damage reduction is only for mutants. So, hey, it's all cool, but they can make him a counter to mutants in PvE or PvP for world bosses, for timeline battle, for other world battle. Like back when he got introduced with the House of X update, which was what was in February or March 2020. Yeah, it was March 2020, February 2020. At tier 2, he was capable of taking out Jean Grey. Tier 3 Jean Grey, he was capable of taking her out at tier 2. He was capable of taking out Wolverine at tier 3. He's good. He has a lot of potential. He's just hard stuck for that level 70 BS. That's his problem. He's just hard stuck level 70. I was already working on him, but he's hard stuck level 70. If they give him a tier 4, full counter to mutants, PvE and PvP alike. Give him Bastion uniform, make him very good, and he's good to go. Luke Cage. I think Luke Cage definitely needs this list that I have right around here. Now this is number 10, by the way. Okay, this is number 10. Honorable mention was just Colossus. Number 10 is Nimrod. Number 9 is Luke Cage. Luke Cage, I think I made this list, by the way, mixed between Universal Blast Speed and Combat, so that it doesn't really feel centered towards one certain class. So I picked up certain characters from other classes as well. Luke Cage can become a very good PvP character right now. If they give him like a new uniform, if anybody has been reading Timeless, Luke Cage in the comics right now has like the powers of the Sentry, he has the powers of the Hulk, and he has the powers of the Iron Fist. All three of them combined in one character and became Power Man. He literally just became Power Man. Yeah, and his passive is also called Power Man, surprisingly, where he has like crazy damage reduction and HP increase, and he has accumulation, and he reflects physical attack as well. And he also has recovery of his max HP, which is great. It's absolutely amazing. His leadership has team leadership for Defender's Allies, where he applies debuff removal 12 seconds, and he has 100% chance to become immune to physical damage. Luke Cage, if they give him a new uniform and a tier 4, and they just tweak his build a little bit more, maybe give him some super guard break on some of his abilities. He has accumulation on the 3rd skill, but he doesn't have really super guard break. He has fucking, what you would call it, penetration. He has accumulation and penetration as well. With the Eye from Ignore, like, he was already strong back then when he got this Awakened skill and he got this uniform. I think they should give him a tier 4 with the timeless uniform, make him very good, make him very strong for PvP with a themed Defenders update. You could put in Jessica Jones in there as a support. Daredevil can just become over there as a support character, not support character, but like a standalone PvP character. I meant they can help out Luke Cage in PvP. So Luke Cage is definitely one of those guys. Iron Fist, I think he should get a new uniform and a tier 4. It's due time for this bad boy to get something because it's been so long ever since he got anything. Back when he got this uniform, he was very, very strong for ABX and Navy. No, there was no ABL back then, but he was very strong for ABX, very strong for World Boss, very strong for what do you call it? I think Danger Room back then. Danger Room was still a playable game mode. He was very strong for that too. Now, I really, really like Iron Fist, so I think Iron Fist should get a new uniform. Should give him something, anything at this point. I really like this design. This red jacket, and he has this Kung Fu Bruce Lee style within him. So, if Shang-Chi is not the new Bruce Lee, then make it Iron Fist. If they flop with Shang-Chi, they can make it work with Iron Fist, right? I just hope they do Iron Fist justice, the immortal Iron Fist from the comics. I think we already have his uniform in here somewhere. I think we do. No, well, this one is kind of immortal Iron Fist arc story in the comics apparently. So yeah, Iron Fist, give him a new uniform, make him an ABX meta or ABL meta. It's due time for him to get something. He also has like the Defender tag. You guys can see it, Defender tag, so they can make it themed Defenders updates with him and Luke Cage and Daredevil and Jessica Jones. So Iron Fist should get something. Tier 4, become ABX meta for combat superhero days. Vision, my boy, is literally a living, walking, talking android that can phase through walls and 1v1 so many characters in the comics, but can't do shit in this game. Not good for PvE, not good for PvP. When he got this uniform, it was decent, I would say. Decent for PvE. It wasn't meta breaking because at the same time, Scarlet Witch got her uniform, and when Scarlet Witch had that uniform, there was absolutely no reason for us to build Vision, because Scarlet Witch did whatever Vision did, but better. He's literally just a leadership for Wanda. Yeah, just a leadership for Wanda. So I think they should rework him, make him a PvE character, or maybe make him a PvP character. It's cool because in his typing, he's a superhero male. Gender, he's a creature. He's a creature gender. So they can make him work for PvP, excuse me, where he doesn't get countered by characters that target humans or aliens or I don't know, mutants. He cannot be countered by Nimrod because he's not a mutant, right? Right? So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. It'll be awesome. I would love to see that. I'd love to see that he becomes a very good PvP character. Alongside him, Ultron can also become a PvP character. Maybe you can make a PvP uniform for Ultron and Vision, both of them. And Ultron, if anybody has checked out his uniform effect, it says right there, increase basic damage dealt by 40% when attacking characters without machine ability. So Ultron doesn't have Ultron has machine ability, but guess what? Vision also has machine ability. He can become like PvP, right? Like Ultron can become like a standalone PvP counter to heroes, where he just targets heroes and eliminates them, but at the same time buffing machine characters. Nimrod is also a machine character, surprisingly. See that? See where I'm going? You see where I'm going? You see where I'm going? They can make a machine team up in this game with Ultron, Nimrod, and Vision, where they have like a team up with what's his name? Bastion and Vision and Ultron, where Ultron's just buffing the machine characters. The machine characters do so much damage, but Ultron also can deal a lot of damage against super villains, right? So Ultron can be a very good addition over there, or maybe make him a full PvE destructive monster. I still believe that he should be PvP and focus just his counter mechanism towards heroes, because he just does not like heroes at all. So I think he should get a new uniform and make him a full counter for heroes. Hyperion, everybody knows this. I already said this a million times. Give us the Squadron Supreme Epic Quest. Hyperion Tier 4. Make him good for PvE. Make him good for PvP. Make him ABX meta. Make him World Boss meta. Make him PvP meta. He deserves it, man. He's literally Marvel's Superman. This dude is Marvel's Superman. There's absolutely no reason for him to be weak in anything, right? The only problem is he's universal, alien. He also has the Eternals tag. Eternals update. You can have Hyperion with it too. You can have an Epic Quest update with the Squadron Supreme, and then you make another Eternals update, and then you have like, you know, connection between Hyperion and the Eternals, since he's an Eternal himself. Right? So I think Hyperion should get something. He should get a new uniform, because let's be real, they did my boy Hyperion dirty with this one. When he got this uniform, he was good in PvE, he was good in PvP. It's just that he wasn't the best in either of them, to be fair, right? So yeah, I think he should get a new uniform at Squadron Supreme Epic Quest. Give us that. Dakin definitely needs a uniform Tier 4. By the way, just saying, in Uncanny Avengers 2013, Dakin and guess what? Sentry were both on the same team, and they were both Horsemen of Apocalypse type thing. So they could give us like I'll search for you right now. So like Horsemen. Oh, how now? Death Seed Sentry around here. You can pull the images, and I can show you the images of, you know, let's see, Sentry, Dakin. Show you right here. Yes, this one right over here. I'm gonna open this image in a new tab so I can show you. Right. So where is it? I'm showing it right now. That one. That, you can see that's Dakin in the middle. That's Reaper on the left. Forgot what's his name on the right though, but he's the one who screams and makes these echo sounds that he can fly as well. And then Sentry's in the back, so they can make like a Death Seed updates, Horsemen of Apocalypse update, where Sentry gets a new uniform, Dakin gets a uniform in Tier 4, and they can introduce 2 new characters. Right? Right, they can do that. Dakin, by the way, has a lot of potential in PvP. Okay, he's already too strong. Not too. I wouldn't say he's too strong. No, I take it back. He's not too strong, but he has a lot of potential in PvP. By the way, Dakin has a lot of potential in PvP. Like this artifact that he has, where he ignores basic damage received for a specific period of time, etc. Kind of similar to that of what's her name? Forgot what's her name. Black Swan, right? His skills are really good. He has iframe ignore on the 3rd skill. He has penetration, invincibility. He has accumulation. He has frenzy buff. I think he has frenzy buff somewhere around there. I totally forgot what it was. Yeah, it was in 3rd skill. My bad. It was 3rd skill. Yeah, frenzy buff on the 3rd skill. He has damage decrease 25%. He has super armor, all defense increase. He has 5% recover max HP. He also has a pseudo revive ability where when his HP goes below 33%, he gets 65% of his HP back, kind of similar to that of Deadpool. So he doesn't have debuff removal leadership, unfortunately. Doesn't have that, but like father, like son, he's a very strong PvP Weapon X character. You know, he's similar to that Wolverine path. When Wolverine got his Tier 3, he's already up there. They should just give him a new uniform with the Death Seed uniform and give him a Tier 4, and he's good to go. He's really good to go for PvP, you know? Or they can give us the Wolverine from the comics as well. Like Wolverine, Dakin in the comics right now, he has this Ghost Rider within him, Ghost Spirit within him, where he's like literally just Wolverine. Like there's fire coming out of his skull, and his claws are on fire and all that kind of stuff. So they can give us that as well. Molecule Man. What do I need to say more? Molecule Man is an absolute busted character in the comics. In this game, he's like the weakest character. Like, this dude is so ass, bro. Black Widow will destroy this guy in a 1v1. They should really buff Molecule Man. They should give him a new uniform. Not buff him, but like give him a new uniform and give him a Tier 4. Make him a PvP meta. Because this leadership was already too strong back in the day, where it reduced the debuff received for 6 seconds on a 4-second cooldown. but it also ignores damage increase and receive from both factions. So like Colossus will not work, Hela would not work, Valkyrie would not work, Shuri would not work. What's her name? White Fox, Nick Fury, Green Goblin, Mystique. All these damage increase to superheroes or decreased damage received from superhero faction XYZ will be completely nullified. It was very strong at that time, but unfortunately, nobody uses him because none of that really matters because nobody's using as much supports anymore, right? So yeah, Dormammu definitely needs something. There's no reason for him to become the Dread One. Literally, his leadership called the Dread One. Okay, where he increased damage to superhero faction, but he's like a fucking pillow noodle, bro. Like he is so dog shit. He needs to get a new uniform. Like back in the day, this fourth skill was good for PvP. It's just not good anymore, right? Because a lot of people were having a very good discipline in how to counter this behavior with the Dormammu and how he attacks. Fifth skill was also very good. He has some of the coolest animations, by the way. When he goes into the fifth skill, he grows large and starts beaming everything with his fire and all that kind of stuff. The fourth skill just creates these swords that can fly around and targets opponents and all that kind of shit. Like, look at that. It's so cool, man. I'm telling you. Third skill was also cool. Like, he created this planet that's being consumed, and he throws it at you and just explodes in your face like that. Like, boom. It's so cool, man. They have so much potential to do with lots of great stuff with Dormammu. Also, his tier 3, if anybody hasn't read that, seen that, tier 3, his tier 3 animation is cool. Like, he creates this image of his face from the ground and then blasts everyone. Like, it's honestly cool. And when you turn on the VFX of Dormammu, it's basically him becoming really big, so big, like a lot bigger than the universe, and then he just consumes the universe with his hands. Like, it's such a cool animation. Dormammu definitely needs a new uniform, definitely needs a tier 4, has so much potential for PvP. I know I'm saying a lot of PvP, but most of these characters are like very fun for PvP, to be completely honest. So I think they should really make a very, very strong PvP Dormammu. Next up is Black Swan. Black Swan is a very interesting one. Black Swan, she doesn't need a new uniform. To be completely honest with you, she really doesn't need a new uniform. She just needs a tier 4 and that's it. She's really strong. Back when she got introduced during the Thanos update, King Thanos update, Thanos Wins, I think it was called. At tier 3, she was capable of beating up tier 4 characters. Yes, she was capable of beating Silver Surfer. She was capable of beating Wolverine, surprisingly, even though he has a type advantage against her. Capable of beating Adam Warlock, obviously because she has a type advantage against Adam Warlock. Okay. Her passive, her 4-star passive, tier 2 passive, excuse me, is absolutely amazing. She has increased pierce damage by 5%, and she has damage reduction by 40%. Also, she has this pseudo immortality, where for 7 seconds she ignores the basic damage, and every time she ignores the basic damage, she increases her damage by 10% for every basic damage that has been ignored, up to 60%. Right? Up to 60%. And she also decreased all damage received by 10% up to 60%. Like, she was really that strong against tier 4s until Sentry came in and he got his tier 4 and the uniform. She was not even relevant anymore, unfortunately. She could take out Thanos, she could take out Silver Surfer, she could take out Spider-Man. Like, she has so much in her kit going on for her. She has Super Godbreak on the second skill that has an iframe ignore and a counter attack. And she applies iframe ignore on all of his skills. If you guys can read it, it says targets the enemies with the ignore targeting effect for 3 seconds. Yeah. Third skill has accumulation with heal, right? 1.3% accumulation with heal. The fourth skill has invisibility with a barrier. The fifth skill has frenzy buff, 65%. All attack defense is insane, by the way. It's actually insane. Her leadership has debuff removal. Her 4-star passive has a passive penetration, 50% penetration to everything. She has super armor, all defense increase, and skill damage and bonus damage. You know what I mean? So, like, she has super guard break on the second, third, fourth skill. Like, she has a lot of stuff going on for her. I kid you not. She's really, really strong for PvP. And yeah, that's my top 10 characters that I want to see. It's like Black Swan number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the 11th one is Colossus. Colossus is the honorable mention. Those are my top 10 characters that I wish to see get a new uniform in a tier 4, and those are the changes that I wish to see in the next year for 2026, and what is there to come for us, and all the lovely days that we can have, and all the fun updates that we can have, and all the crazy character power creep that we can have. Balanced at the very least, balanced, even though it's a power creep, it has to be balanced in a sense. So really hoping to see that to happen. So I wish everybody a happy new year. I wish everybody a happy 2026, and hopefully all the great things come to your way, all the great things happen to your life in the next year, and hopefully you achieve your goals, and hopefully love come your way, and have nothing but happiness come into your life from starting from next year. So yeah, we're gonna end the video right here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did so much work on this. It's been an hour-long video. Holy shit, I didn't pay attention to that. Oh my god. Oh my god, sorry for keeping you this long, but hey, if you want to chill, eat some food, and just watch me yapping for the next 59 minutes, appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share to help this channel grow. Hit the notification ring bell so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos I'll be posting on this channel. Join my Discord server. I'll leave the link in the description box below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Happy New Year, guys. Peace.